1991 Memorial Day Parade. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 1991 Royal Oak Memorial Day Community Parade. Today we have a welcome home and a big thank you to all the Desert Storm personnel and their families, and we'll see some of them in the parade today. Please remember, not all our fine service personnel are home from the Gulf War, so we ask you to keep your flags, banners, and yellow ribbons up for those still serving overseas. Today's parade will have a flyover from the 191st Fighter Interceptor Group of Selfridge Air National Guard Base, flying the new F-16 Fighting Falcon aircraft. If you thought the others were fast, don't blink or you'll miss these. So with a salute to all veterans, we hope you enjoy our parade. Leading off the parade was our Royal Oak Police and Fire Departments. John Ball, the Public Safety Director, was in one of the trucks, and in the 1928 Ford police car was Lieutenant Ray Taylor. These first two units are a great addition to our parade, but let's not forget how important they are to all of us in time of need. And thank you to all the members of the Royal Oak Police and Fire Departments. The United States Active Armed Forces Color Guard Unit with us today are Staff Sergeant Kemmerling, Sergeant Hansen, representing the Army, Navy, Air Force, and the Marine Corps. And these young men are from the Royal Oak office. And leading off our parade today is the mayor of the city of Royal Oak, Pat Perush, and her husband Dave and family. And from the Michigan State House of Representatives, District Number 68 is Shirley Johnson. Hi, Shirley. Here's some of our Royal Oak City Commissioners. First, Dennis Cowan, our Mayor Pro Tem, and his family. And then Thomas Kuhn. Good morning, Dennis. With us today also, City Commissioner Dave Richards. The 1991 Royal Oak Memorial Day Community Parade Grand Marshal is Shirley McClellan, who is a resident of Berkeley and a special reporter for the Daily Tribune. She is active in many clubs and with veterans organizations and writes a column for the paper about local fraternal, civic, and veterans organizations. She's also a veteran's wife, and her son is a veteran also. We're proud to have her as our special guest today. The Royal Oaks City Honor Color Guard of Veterans are, from the American Legion Post, James Lofthouse; from the Canadian Legion Post, Len Malloy and Paul Roebuck; from the Disabled American Veterans, James Cloutier; the Veterans of Foreign War Post, Noel Lesage and Jim Klotz. And then it's our own Royal Oak Don Darrow High School Marching Band under the direction of Richard Perkins. Let's give a listen to them. Leading the Veterans Division is the Frank Wendland American Legion Post number 253, our second oldest veterans organization. The commander is William Tilton, and the president of the Ladies Auxiliary is Margaret Cummings. The Legion and the Auxiliary work together to help veterans in need and carry out the various programs of the national organization, and the post is over 70 years old. Hey, this is a 1915 Ford Model T touring car owned by Mr. John Glasson of Royal Oak. This car has won numerous awards at Greenfield Village and other shows. The Disabled American Veterans Youth South Oakland County Chapter number 19 is under the command of George North. They assist veterans and their dependents whenever possible. These people will be having their annual Forget Me Not flower drive this fall, so please help them when you see them around Labor Day. Funds raised are used at the VA hospitals for veterans in need. The Corporal Stanley L. Moore Detachment of the Marine Corps League is made up of present and former Marines doing the color guard duties, such as installation of officers for veterans organizations and supporting the families of former and present Marines. And here's a 1930 Ford Model A. and the Royal Canadian Legion Maple Leaf Post, number 84, Color Guard and Ladies Auxiliary. From VFW post number 1669, this post was founded in April of 1929, making them 62 years old this year. They've completed a number of community service projects. The lovely lady riding in the car there is a new addition to our parade, and she's an American Gold Star mother, Mrs. Ruth Williams of Detroit. She's Deputy President and a representative for the Allen Park Veterans Center. Here's a 1955 Buick being driven by Mr. Ed Saloom. This is the new Royal Oak area chapter of the Vietnam Veterans of America, number 586. They'll meet on the third Sunday of the month at the VFW post, number 1669. The president is Melvin Mandel. Welcome to our parade, gentlemen. This is the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 9222 Berkeley Color Guard. Their float just won third place in the Berkeley Days Parade, and they took part in their Welcome Home Desert Storm Parade also. The Dunham Ray Post, number 2645 VFW of Southfield, is making their first appearance in our parade. They are led by Color Guard Captain Ralph Kowaleski. They've also taken part in the VFW Loyalty Day service in Royal Oak. We salute you and welcome you. Here come the Celtic Pipe and Drums, led by Pipe Major George Tate. They're wearing the Drummond of Perth Tartan. This band was formed in 1975, made up of 38 people, men and women, with ages ranging from 14 to 66 years. Let's give them a listen. Ford Model T Roadster. Those were the F-16 Fighting Falcon aircraft from that 191st Fighter Interceptor Group of Selfridge Air Force Base.
Hey, I like this.
The Soroptimist International Club of Royal Oak was founded in 1937, part of the world's largest classified organization for executive and professional women. The club started in California. Today there are more than 92,000 members in 88 countries throughout the world. The club purpose is to provide service at the community level and national and international levels. From the Greater Royal Oak Chamber of Commerce, Millian Toms is at the wheel. She is Vice President for Community Affairs. And of course, Jean Chambers. Many of you know them for all the work they do for our downtown Royal Oak area. Hey, come on back next weekend and we'll join them for the Oak Apple Day, Saturday and Sunday. With them also, Marie Key, Citizen of the Year. Fraternal Order of Eagles Union 2092 Royal Oak Drill Team, captained by Nadine Waddell and Bill Regans. The past several years, this group and other members have participated in various competitions throughout the United States. Organized in 1839, the First Baptist Church of Royal Oak has met in 3 locations for over 152 years. The present sanctuary is on the corner of Main and University, right across from our reviewing stand. Driving the church van is Paul Hyatt, who picks up members and friends every Sunday morning. And walking with the flags are Trevor and Sarah Lyon, 4th-generation members of the church. Riding in the back of the convertible is Grace Deverson, 95 years old and a member of First Baptist for 72 years. Last week she was in the Salute to Michigan Mothers Parade in Lansing as one of the 25 oldest in Michigan. Grace is the widow of 2 World War I veterans, Ernest Deal, a member of the American Legion, and Harold Deverson, a member of the Canadian Legion. With her is Fred Dominic, 93 years old, who's been a member of First Baptist since 1915. 76 years, exactly 1/2 the life of the church. Elks Lodge number 1523 has been located in Royal Oak since 1926. They have many fundraising events to support charitable endeavors. Friday, June 14th at 7 o'clock at the plaza between the library and City Hall. They'll be there for the annual Flag Day ceremony. This 1940 Mack pumper was owned by the Kalamazoo Fire Department. It was retired from service in 1975. It's owned by Dreisbach and Sons, and they donate it from time to time for children to get rides on it and for parades like ours.
Here's the Methodist Church. I just marked off this area here.
First residents in Royal Oak settled here in 1819, and the records show that the first permanent church in 1838 was the First Methodist Church. Meetings were held in a one-room frame schoolhouse on the corner of Lincoln and Main Street. A new, larger building was erected and dedicated in 1918. This church continues to be a vital part of Royal Oak's community. The 1,300 members of First United Methodist are always active in providing meaningful opportunities for all ages in a number of different ways.
John and Wally Gaber. Wally Gaber, former county communications.
First United Methodist Church is proud to be a part of this year's Royal Oak Memorial Day Community Parade. They look forward to their involvement in the Oak Apple Run on Saturday and the Royal Oak Garage Sale coming up in July. Hey, here's a 56 Chevy 210 four-door owned by Steve Grabowski from Berkeley. He has it in many parades, and Steve is working with us as one of our parade marshals today. Thanks a lot, Steve. I've seen this guy before. It's McGruff, the crime dog. He's with us for the first time, and he'll be seen throughout the city teaching and making friends with all the kids. And kids, listen up, because he's your friend. What a cute bunch of kids from the Royal Oak Co-op Nursery School. These kids have been with us in many Memorial Day parades. Coming up right now is Roger C. and his daughter Anna Marie, both of Royal Oak. He's an international singer and recording artist, and Roger wrote the song he's about to sing. He was inspired by the war in the Gulf and wrote it for his nephew, who was stationed there at the time of the bombing, and he'll be at Oakview Cemetery following the parade. Anne Marie is a graduate of Don Darrow High School and is currently Ms. Clausen Eagles. A 1931 Ford Coupe.
Back home.
This 1966 Ford Mustang is driven by the owner, Mr. Keith Lee of Troy. And the lovely young lady in the car is his daughter, Jennifer Ann Lee, who is the reigning 1990-91 Miss Junior America City Queen. The Royal Oak Auxiliary Police Color Guard Unit is made up of Mr. George Wieske, who has a son in Desert Storm, and Lou Magnotta, Dick Bailey, and Wayne Norris. Personnel of this unit have been busy this morning working with us, lining up people, keeping the streets clean, and they'll take up duty at the north end of the parade once everyone's done marching. Welcome home, Desert Storm, and we give you a big thank you for a job well done. Frank Kelly is with us, his mother Patricia Kobe, Kent Harper, Dyrus Bazell and his wife, Ann and William Carney. To all these wonderful people and their families, we're very indebted to them for a job well done. Coming right up, the Athens High School Marching Band under the direction of Fred Juneau. Let's give them a listen. They're just great. They've been all over the place. Disney World, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, the Sun Bowl, the Tulip Festival, Disneyland. The Royal Oak Recreation Baton Twirlers, the Saturday Sensation Majorettes, ages 7 to 9, and the Super Kids Majorettes from 4.5 to 6. Just finished this routine for the parade a week ago, and they've worked hard so they could be part of our Memorial Day Parade today. Pat Taylor's Sensation Majorettes. The color guard is Derek Knacker, and following in the footsteps of his grandfather, who was a member of the Marine Corps League Color Guard. Here comes some Girl Scouts. Service units number 95 and 96. These young ladies will be there to present a memorial service following the parade, representing all the children of Royal Oak. right behind him is Cub Scout pack number 1607, sponsored by the American Legion Post. They'll do the honors of flag service, and they've been practicing for this big day for a long time. Thanks for being with us today, boys. Hey, here comes the Royal Oak Cheerleaders Association. They've been in our parade for a number of years and are under the direction of Debbie Wilson. Thank you, ladies. Behind them, some Royal Oak youth football teams. Looks like the Chiefs and the Chargers are with us today. Hello, David.
Trucks are from the football team.
Coming up right behind them is the Royal Oak Jane Addams Junior High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. George Gillespie. They're wearing their brand new uniforms for our parade today, and they've marched times with us before. Let's give them a listen. And with us again today, as he has been for so many years, our Congressman Sander Levin. Hi, Sandy. Here are some representatives from the Girls Softball Association of Royal Oak. And following them, some of the kids from the Royal Oak Baseball Federation, President George Porcho and Vice President Tom Lecuro. They have 500 baseball players aged 10 to 18 and 500 T-ball members between the ages of 7 and 9. Come on out to the opening day ceremony June 2nd, Sunday at Memorial Field, 13 Mile and Woodward at 12:30. Enjoy the young men play and watch for some future baseball stars. Here's the Penguin swimming team of Royal Oak, currently with 100 swimmers. Through the generous cooperation of the Royal Oak schools, they practice at Kimball on Dondero High Schools. Their head coach is Mark Forrest. Here's a 1953 Pirsch 750-gallon pumper owned by the City of Royal Oak from March of 1953 to June of 1987. It's now owned by Mr. and Mrs. Dick Lemon. And following that is an American LaFrance 700-gallon pumper owned by the City of Monroe from 1953 to March of 1990. It's also owned by the Lemons, and this one's being driven by Chris and Julie Addison. It is.
That sounds pretty good.
And here are some Cub Scouts from Pack 1630. This is the Indian program of the South YMCA.
Indian guides, Indian princesses.
Indian princesses. And Indian maidens. Here's some Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. Coming up from Adams Elementary School, Cub Scout Pack number 1629 and their little float. The Coppux Blaze Busters. Ken Sr. and Jr. are the owners of a 1961 Mercedes Unimog fire truck. It's from Germany and it's won many awards. Right behind these two trucks is the American Red Cross disaster truck, used in many ways in the Michigan area. This is the Kiwanis Club of Royal Oak Cub Scout Pack number 1623. Cub Master is Greg Kowal and the Assistant Cub Master, Jack Lockman. They've collected for the Can Do program to help feed the hungry throughout the metro area. Earth Day cleanup, they worked around the school cleaning and planting flowers at Oakland Elementary School. Welcome, gentlemen. And right behind them is the Royal Oak Kiwanis Club Cub Scout Pack number 1625. Here comes an authentic antique circus calliope built about 1900. It's a very rare 53 whistle national, largest of the air calliopes. At one time it was in the funhouse of the old Eastwood Gardens amusement park in Detroit. It was owned by many years by the Detroit Edison Company and used for parades and special events. This calliope is owned by Carl and Mary Lou Basorti of Garden City, Michigan. Here come a number of children from the Royal Oak Youth Soccer Association. Their games are played at parks throughout our city. They're very entertaining to watch. The Boys and Girls Club of Royal Oak has been serving our community since 1958. This award-winning agency has been recognized by Boys and Girls Clubs of America as a premier club in the country and 19 National Honor Awards for program excellence. That's more than any other club in the country. This year, the club is under the new leadership of Executive Director Roger Vervelde, who is joined by his wife, Sandy. Roger joined the club in January and is originally from Minnesota. And along with them is the President of the Board of Directors, Ann Scott. Don Reed, the Associate Director, is driving the car. Every year, the club selects one member as Youth of the Year, and this year's honoree is Joe Ross. Joe is a senior at Dondero High School and plans on attending Siena Heights College in the fall. We've got representatives from each of the three age groups the club serves: the juniors, age 6 to 9, intermediates, age 10 to 12, and seniors, age 13 to 18. Here are members of the Moms and Dads Club. They're personally responsible for much of the good that takes place at the club. And just a reminder, they'll be open this summer from 8 o'clock until 5:30, Monday through Friday. Here come the Midnight Riders Fife and Drum Corps, established in October of 1989 and based in Pleasant Ridge. Performances are staged in authentic 18th century costume, and their presentation includes musical arrangements from that time period. And here comes a whole bunch of kids from Whittier Elementary School. Every year they come out and show us their pride and civic awareness. We salute all of you for joining us today. Northwood Baptist Church offers Awana programs for children grades 5 through lower on Wednesday evenings from 7 to 8. Also, small groups and youth groups. Children's programs are every Sunday at 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Here comes the 1930 Model A Ford two-door, driven and owned by Mike Kowalski of Royal Oak.
Hello. Finally made it back. Hey, how you guys doing? Did they get any license from the business store? Were they up the way there was 5 or 6? They didn't sign it. I walked all the way here and I just made this stand. Oh, we already walked once. We're going to be up there. No, yeah, we're going to be there. We're going to take a car. We're going to drive a car up.
Just a reminder that the City of Royal Oak wants you to curb it. Yes, mandatory curbside recycling begins in Royal Oak on June 17th. Recycling bins and detailed instructions will be delivered to 1, 2, and 3 family homes between May 28th and June 7th. Large unit complexes will begin soon after. If you've got the summer issue of Insight, please check that out for complete curbside details.
Oh, is this it? Oh, I haven't seen this. Hey. Yay! Look at him. Look at him over there. Ruth, how did you get in there? It's the left side, it's the right side. No, we were driving it. She is. What'd you get, a job with Laidlaw?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that concludes our parade this year. Thanks so much for coming. We'll see you again next year. Drive safely.